As many of you know, I wrote the open letter on Friday calling for the resignation of Chancellor Katehi. I see that Chancellor Katehi is directly left of the stage right now. So I'd like to speak to Chancellor Katehi. Very briefly. About the rhetoric that she's been using since what happened on Friday.
I don't remember what he said.
What we see in the Chancellor's statements are the same techniques of backpedaling and obfuscation
And that's a big word.
that are used by the powers that be every time there is an act of police violence in this country. Her efforts are transparent. They are efforts to defer and displace criticism. They are efforts to defer and displace calls for her resignation. Those calls now number in the tens of thousands.
You guys mind sitting down? People behind us are sitting down now. They can't see. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
There is no place on our campus for administrators who order the use of force against peaceful protesters. I want to say briefly to wrap up that what will depose this authoritarian administrator is not letters or petitions. It is your direct action on this campus. That direct action must continue until the Chancellor resigns. The Chancellor has said that it is not appropriate for her to resign at this time. We know that the Chancellor is not a very good judge of what is appropriate. I propose two demands. Moving forward. One, the immediate resignation of Chancellor Katehi. Two, all police forces ordered permanently off UC campuses.
What if there's terrorists?
Chancellor Katehi
Safe town.
and police forces are the primary threat to the health and safety of our university community.
I do too.